Hari Om. Welcome to all the divine Atma Jyotis to the adventures from Mahabharata. So far, we have seen how Pandavas were in Ajnatavasa, and towards the end, Brihannala, Arjuna, came out to rescue Virata's kingdom. And by then, the Ajnatavasa had technically ended. Of course, Pandavas were victorious in that war. And Virata came to know that so far it was Pandavas with him. And he was very happy. And he even married his daughter, Uttare, to Abhimanyu, Arjuna's son. Now the time had come for Pandavas to get back their kingdom. That was the condition with which they had played the game. Now they had fulfilled their side of the conditions. The condition was that if they lose in the game of the dice, they have to be in Vanavasa for 12 years and Ajnatavasa for 1 year. And now they have completed that. So now, of course, they are looking to get their kingdom back. However, on the Kauravas side, Duryodhana is not at all in the mind to give anything back. He is now getting more and more angry. He is feeling, I wish I had caught them just before the Ajnatavasa ended. But anyway, that didn't happen. There is no way I want to ever return anything. So the greed had overtaken him. He had become so greedy that he had forgotten the word he had given. The condition he only had put when the game of dice had happened. Such a bad behavior, such a nasty behavior. Because the word given is in full trust. And when somebody listens to your word, they also receive it as the truth. Because you're not ordinary. So when you do not keep up your words, it becomes a disaster. But Duryodhana's mind is now not at all willing to listen to any such truth. His mind is occupied with greed. So he doesn't want to give. What to do? On the Pandava side, they were anyway preparing for the war. So the first thing they wanted to do was to have a mediation, to go and request back their kingdom, because that was the right thing. Of course, if at all he doesn't give it, then only they wanted to wage the war. But they need to be prepared, no? So they started creating their own army by inviting all the people who would participate on their side. And of course, Duryodhana was also doing the same thing. He was inviting many other kings. So like that, slowly they both were building their armies before the mediation could take place. Because before the mediation could take place, if the armies are there, then both sides know that if at all mediation breaks, then they can take the route of the war. It is like one has to be ready to defend. Like for example, in the Indian border, Indian soldiers guard. They are not there to go and attack somebody. They are there to guard. So defense is important. And if at all somebody then does the wrong thing, then they can be punished. That is the same approach that the Pandavas were taking. By looking at what Pandavas were doing, even Kauravas, that is Duryodhana, started building his army. Time had come now to go and seek the help of Sri Krishna. So Arjuna went there to seek the help of Sri Krishna. Knowing that Arjuna is going there, even Duryodhana thought, let me also go. So both of them went there. See, both of them were friends, relative to Sri Krishna. And of course, Duryodhana was in a hurry. He wanted to get there first. So when he saw Arjuna was about to enter, he kind of rushed in and he saw that, Sri Krishna was sleeping. And he thought, I'm such a big king. And when Sri Krishna wakes up, then I'll talk to him. But where should I sit? He saw and he went and sat. There was a chair near the head of Sri Krishna. He sat there. Arjuna entered and he wanted Sri Krishna to wake up. And he was very peacefully and very humbly, he was waiting near the feet of Sri Krishna. Because in his mind, he felt Sri Krishna is such a divine being. How can I be even sitting? And even if I have to sit, I would be at the feet of Sri Krishna. So an attitude of surrender was already in the heart of Arjuna. When Sri Krishna woke up, of course, Sri Krishna knew that both of them had come. He was quite aware. However, when naturally one wakes up, where does their eyesight go? Towards the leg. So as soon as he opened his eyes, he saw Arjuna. He was very happy seeing Arjuna. He's a dear friend to Sri Krishna. For that matter, even Duryodhana was a dear friend to Sri Krishna. In his heart, Sri Krishna did not have hatred for anybody. He had only pure love for everyone. So seeing Arjuna, he was very happy. He greeted him and he said, oh, you have come. I know why you have come. You come to seek my help, no? Very nice you came. Looking at that, Sri Krishna is talking only to Arjuna. Duryodhana got little upset and angry and anxious. He started making sound. I am also here. Oh, Krishna, I am also here. Then slowly Krishna turned. Oh, Arjuna, you are also here. Then he greeted Duryodhana. Then he said, oh, both of you have come. Both of you are dear friends to me. And I know both of you have come to seek my help. So what to do? Then Sri Krishna said, see, I myself will not take up any weapons and wage the war. However, I can be there as a guide, counsel. So I will keep me on one side and my entire army on another side. Now that both of you have come, you can either pick me or pick my army. And because I saw Arjuna for the first time, I would like to give Arjuna the choice of picking whether he wants me or my army. Duryodhana was getting anxious. Ayyo, the first choice has gone to Arjuna. What if he picks the army? Because Krishna had a huge army. Arjuna said, oh Sri Krishna, no doubt in my mind, I want you to be part of our army. Saying that, he bowed down to Sri Krishna. Duryodhana felt very happy, as if he had eaten the most tastiest laddu. In his mind, he was saying, "Ayo, idiot fellow, for one person, you've given up a whole army. What an idiot choice you're making." Anyway, that is what I also wanted. So immediately spoke up, okay, I will take your army, Shri Krishna. Anyway, that is what I also wanted. Shri Krishna was peaceful. In his heart, he was smiling. In his mind, he was smiling. He knew what choices they were making. So with this, now Shri Krishna was on the side of the Pandavas, and Shri Krishna's army, huge army, decided to be on the side of Kauravas' side. Like this, both the sides built their armies. On the side of Pandavas, it was 7 Akshohini. On the side of Kauravas, it was 11 Akshohini. So together, 18 Akshohinis. Like there are 18 chapters in Mahabharata, 18 parvas, like 18 adhyayas in Bhagavad Gita. Like that, 18 Akshohinis of Sainyas were ready. And of course, Pandavas decided, first let us go and peacefully request for the whatever the kingdom that belongs to us. And Sri Krishna came forward and said, because I am a friend on both the sides, let me go and let me peacefully mediate. Saying that, Sri Krishna came to the Kuru kingdom. All the elders and Kauravas, they were all in the palace. Bhishma, Dhritarashtra, Shakuni, Karna, Duryodhana, all of them were there in the palace hall. Of course, when Sri Krishna came, they all did namaskarams to him. And Sri Krishna then proposed, hey Duryodhana, and he addressed Dhritarashtra also. Dhritarashtra, you now know that the Pandavas have completed the 12 years of Vanavasa and 1 year of Ajnatavasa. And now they are seeking what rightfully belongs to them. So please give 50% of your kingdom, because that is what you took away from them. Please give. Duryodhana had already made up his mind that he will not give anything. He told Sri Krishna, no, not at all possible. I will not give 50% of our kingdom. Krishna said, see, if you don't give, because this is what the word you had given. If you don't give, there will be a war. And in the war, there will be destruction. And you know the mighty power of the Pandavas. You are not going to be there. You will be destroyed. Please accept what I'm saying. So like that, he started discussing. But Duryodhana was not at all willing to budge. Sri Krishna asked many elders, Bhishma, Vidura, all of them to convince Duryodhana. But Duryodhana was not budging at all. Then Sri Krishna said, okay, if not 50%, if not half of your kingdom, there are 5 Pandavas. At least give them 5 cities. By now, Duryodhana was seething with anger. The greed was so much. He said, nothing doing. Not half, not 5. Krishna went forward. Okay, at least give 5 villages. Let's avoid this war. War means destruction. So many lives will be lost. So many wives will become widows. So many children will lose their fathers. Not a nice thing. It's not good for anybody. It's so much of pain and suffering. Give at least 5 villages. Duryodhana was not at all willing. He said, not 5 villages, I'll not give them 5 inch of land. Saying that, he walked out. Duryodhana was not willing to listen. Then Sri Krishna said, please call Gandhari. At least he may listen to the mother. Gandhari came. Duryodhana once again was brought back. Gandhari tried to convince him. But Duryodhana was stubborn. So stubborn that he was not willing to listen to anybody's counsel. Everybody failed. Not only that, he started thinking in his mind, this is the right time to capture Sri Krishna. And that way, I will take away one important part of Pandava's army. Knowing his intentions, knowing his ill intention, Sri Krishna decided, hey Duryodhana, what you are doing and what you are thinking is not right. I am not an ordinary being. Saying that, Sri Krishna showed his Vishwarupa, his cosmic form, where cosmic form means he's all inclusive. Seeing his cosmic form, Bhishma, Vidura, Sanjaya, and all of them were bowing down. There were tears in their eyes. But seeing that cosmic form, Duryodhana was only laughing. He was saying, oh, you are a cheap magician. But then Vidura and all said, see, if you capture Sri Krishna, you are going to be destroyed now itself. So somehow that fear crept into his mind. He decided to let Krishna go. Like that, even the mediation that Krishna wanted to do failed. So this is where, my lovely children, I will stop our today's Mahabharata story. We'll continue from here in our next session. Till then, Hari Om. Oh, by the way, the title, there is a mistake. It should have been mediation, not meditation. I will correct that. Thank you.